February the 28th. Well, last day of February 2017. Welcome back, everybody. How is everybody? There, kitty. Down. Easy. Eat. A good kitty. And it had me nervous for a second. Just for a second. That old saber-tooth was going to come have a chunk of my leg. But, no worries. I got bigger problems. The entire planet does. It's not as big as a problem as the nuclear scientist is going to have when the world finds out that they've been murdering them straight for 70 years and laughing about it and treating everybody like they're disposable paper towels, thinking that the world will never catch up. They would die long before the world found out what they were doing to their own family and their friends. Imagine if you're a person, a nuclear scientist, and your job, by proxy, is to lie. That's what a nuclear scientist does. Yeah, he lies. Now, he's going to say, he's not going to show his wife or his family, or she's not going to show her husband or her family or whoever the scientist is, and say, honey, look, I got to pretend that picture over there is in there. Right? That's what we do. We're nuclear scientists, and we make shit up. We're going to pretend inside of that is a perfect symmetrical fuel pool. It's not just us. We're going to bring the media in. The media is going to help us lie to everybody, because that's what the media does. It controls everybody's ability to defend themselves from the liars. Now, these buildings are 190 feet high. Okay, well, they were 190 feet high. I know they're not 190 feet high anymore, but that's not what they're telling you. What they're telling you is it's still 190 feet high, and that if you're concerned, you're an idiot. But this is what it looks like. But they're going to tell you it's like that. And if you disagree and you're a family member, they're going to abuse you. They're going to be angry because you won't believe them. So they're going to abuse everybody in the home. Everybody, all their students will be abused. Everybody in the office who's not in on it will be abused. That is the life of anybody working for public relation firms or universities or media, in particular nuclear scientists right now. They've all crossed every line imaginable. And there's no release, but we picked up 30 million bags. There's no damage. It looks good on the inside. Yeah, there's a little bit of damage to the outside, but we sent in the reporters. But don't worry, nobody else can get in there, ever. The reporters went in and told us it was okay. You know, they're the only people who can handle it. There's reporters, so they're like Superman. They have this ability to smile, and when they smile, radiation can't hurt them, and so they can go into hell where everybody else will perish, because they're academics or scientists, and the laws of physics doesn't apply to them. It only applies to me and you, and to the big fields. And these people you see are homeless. The suits can't protect you from gamma shine or X-rays or neutron. So you're a dead man walking. But you don't die immediately. It takes a while. But you have now been infected by this invisible, unbelievable, maniacal. See, they gave the homeless these suits to keep the material off them, per se. They reuse the suits all the time. The masks are the same thing. They're going to reuse the mask. But the mask can't filter out the particle. And we're right into the stream. Good morning, everybody. We should have that working this morning. Yeah, there we go. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, Elaine is in the blue, the moderator. And Elaine is one of the hardest workers. Got the worst job on the planet. And is out there hard. I can't get my freaking screen to work. One of the hardest workers throughout the last couple of years in supporting everybody. Neil, not the only one, but no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying when it comes to me and a bunch of us, she has been relentlessly supporting everybody in every conceivable way you can dream up. In every honest way. You can't say enough good things about that lady. And she's truly a lady. Hi, Ellie, Neil, Jace. Good morning, everybody. Albert, I'm not going to cite everybody because I'm Octavia. I can almost see on the screen. I sing. Yeah. And Darlene, good morning, everybody. Man, hi, Kathy. We've worked so hard to get this comment section back up and running. It's driving me crazy. I am Shadow. My Shadow or something. Joe, good morning, everybody. Much better. I get to come in and say hi. That's awesome. And let's get going again. Thirst. Deb is up there. Hi, Deb. Good morning, everybody. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, you're welcome, Elaine. And Elaine's moderating for anybody's joining us. Hi, Paula. Dalamine. Oh, skip past it. Hi, Chicken. Amy. Aw, so nice to say hi, everybody. Makes me feel so much better. I can see everybody on the big screen, too. Worry about my green screen shit the next time. Probably screwed up something this morning. Hey, that's what I do. I'm a professional screw up. Sue me. Okay. That's backwards. That's backwards. Dana, get some of your shit together. Dana, stop doing that. Freaking everybody out. The damn bananas.
Hey! Hey! Ta-da!
Talking about bananas. Banana. It's what a scientist does to everybody. Sure, we can make it better than that. Bye. But see, what the scientists are doing when they tell you it's like a banana and they send in only the homeless and the destitute and the victims of society and go home and beat their wives and their children and their husbands and their partners and their pets because they're ashamed of what they done today. Yeah, we sent in another bunch of homeless to die because we're cowards and we won't go in. They're not going to go near it. You got 30 million one-ton bags. 30 million one-ton bags. I thought I heard somebody, but I didn't. Okay. Now, so did those 30 million one-ton bags come from there? I'll turn that down for you. Give you a break. My apologies. Excuse me. Let's jump songs here. Jump gears. I forgot how long that song was. Now, your number 2 Reactor is huge in the news right now. But number 2 didn't cause 30 million one-ton bags. No. Number 4 had a lot to do with it, what's left of it. And remember, this is the homeless they're sending in. And these are the destitute. Number 1, they don't even try. They just blocked it. It's melted down completely. They immediately done this to it. It took off right straight down into the earth. It's long gone. It's headed off towards the core of the earth somewhere. That's what he done this. Now, just before we had that big plume showing up over Europe over the last week or so, it's been heavy in the media. They had took the cover off this after 5 years, right? But also they had a major earthquake where number 3 collapsed, or number 2 collapsed. Now, see, these people that you're seeing here, they went down to allegedly to Fukushima and went into a reactor that didn't exist and faked it. Then they went home and told their loved ones that they were on vacation somewhere. They wouldn't tell them the truth because they were ashamed of themselves. Not ashamed to go spend. Now, these people are dead. You get that close to number 4, you're going to die. It might take a week or a month or a couple of months, but you're going to die. There's no protection for those workers. No protection for these workers. It's just symbolic what they're wearing. Now, the reality of it is it's really hard to yell through that megaphone when you're behind that mask. That's why you see CNN reporter, that video I put out the other night. She has a microphone in front of her, but she can't talk to the microphone through the mask and have perfect voice like she did. It's all staged, right? It's meant to lull you into a dream state where you put your fate into the murderer's hands. That's what a murderer does. They come up and they pretend that they're hurt or something, ask you to help them, and then when you say sure, then they murder you. All right? That's how they rob you, the same routine. Now, we can't go in there, but we're in there getting the fuel out. Right? Yeah, we can't go near it, but we're in there taking the fuel out. Do you get the lie? Do you understand how that works? There's no radiation release, but we picked up 30 million bags. There's no damage to the building, and so we went in and took out the fuel pools. You get the line? Yeah, it was close. We would have had a lot of radiation if it had have exploded. We would have picked up 30 million bags if that had happened. Yeah, but that's what happened, and that's the fake one, but they're both the official picture. So why did you pick up 30 million bags if it looked like that? And why don't you come out and denounce that one? Why don't you come out and say that's not real? Why don't you come out and say that's not real or that's not real? Right? Because you know you can't, right? Your family will find out that you're a mass murderer if you're that blatant. So if you're a nuclear scientist, you ignore all it is, pretend that didn't happen, and say the buildings are okay. Oh, the buildings are fine. They're moving the cast out. They're getting the radioactive material out. They're getting the radioactive material off the ground is more like it. Throughout cities and communities. So you go into these communities, you pick up thousands or hundreds of thousands of bags in these communities, and then you move people in there. But you didn't get rid of the radiation. It's a deception. You can't wash it off. It doesn't work that way, right? Man, I've worked so hard to get this stream this morning. So burnt out. It's okay. I'm just being honest. I'm just, holy cow, what a friggin' nightmare this was this morning. I couldn't get anything to work. Done a bunch of work last night. I can't even find it this morning. It was all loaded. I screwed up. Probably get it for tomorrow's show, hopefully. Well, it looks like that, but it doesn't look like that. But that's what we done because it's perfect on the inside. Does this make any sense? The tsunami came through, yeah, but there's no damage. But we had to do that to it because there's nothing left. And Harvard won't go in there, so we got the homeless. Yeah, the country was ripped apart. Yeah, the buildings blew up, but they're okay. Yeah, we picked up 30 million one-ton bags, 5 rows of traffic around the planet. But it's okay. Look at all the workers. We got 7,000 workers there. See them? None of them from the major institutions or universities or got an education. Yeah, they're all homeless, but whatever, right? And these are dead people walking. Dead people walking. Dead people walking. None of them working. See anybody working? Photo shoot. Photo shoot. Photo shoot. Photo shoot. Photo shoot. Symbolic. 30 million one-ton bags because the building is actually destroyed. And you can do all of this to it, but the building is still destroyed. Yeah? You can fake that all you want, kill as many homeless people as you can get away with, but all the food rotted and everybody ran away. Not because it's like a banana, but because it's actually bad. I don't think that's Fukushima, that particular picture. The rest are, but this one is. These are the two killers right there. Both of these are fucking despicable. These are not human, okay? Like me or you. They don't covet life. So you gotta go dress up in a weird outfit that's actually not gonna protect you, or you're not allowed to go in. To go rescue the bodies, you got to dress up in weird outfits, and you're only allowed there for a tiny period of time. And if you're inside the plant, you get a death sentence. So you pick this up in your community, now it's safe to go back there? No. Anybody tells you that, it's legally acceptable to break their fucking neck in the near future. Well, it is now, but it's not legal. It's acceptable, though. These are the buildings, and they're completely gone. They're building thousands of these tanks because they don't know what to do anymore. But they can't. But they can't do anything, see? Is the problem, right? Let me try this again. I get some days everything goes easy and some days not so easy. You gotta run into these pictures over and over sometimes because a picture tells the truth, right? So that community, those homes are not safe ever again. But because they picked up these bags, apparently according to the mad crazies, that nobody will hold accountable, that think that life is not worth coveting, that want to be treated as superstars because they have an acronym like a nuclear scientist or an academic, but they're the ones who come out and lie to you relentlessly. And only the victims can tell the tale. Look at all these workers doing nothing. Every picture, all the workers, these are homeless people. And these are victims, what you're seeing here. You shouldn't walk on these. These are only meant to last a year or 2 years at most. They're all broke open again by now. You can't pick these bags up now and move them. It's too late. You can't bring them somewhere. You got to go dig this up again. As you pick them up, they'll crash. This is homeless going to Fukushima. It's your legacy. This is what you got to look your friends and your families in the eye and say, well, I'm too coward to speak out. I'm too coward to do anything. And so I'm going to let them kill all the homeless they want to because I'm not going to defend them. But, right, first they come from the homeless, next they come for you. Trust me, that's how that works. And they're doing it, obviously. These are massive buildings, 150 feet wide. And they were 190 feet high. That's Unit 4. And the bottom of these tanks, all this heavy material settles down. And so it's emitting X-rays and neutrons. Fuck, we're having a hard time with that bloody screen again this morning for some reason. Let's try that. Who knows? Maybe it's too much light. Maybe that's it. Maybe I'm too good. I got too much light and fucking everything up. Just keep going, Dana. So you can burn the money endlessly. You're not going to solve anything because you can do this every couple of years, pick up another 30 million bags. It's never going to stop coming out of the reactors because they are destroyed and you can't get in there and solve it no matter how many homeless you throw at it. Right? These guys are hooking up a alleged water filtration system. And it's just staged. Well, you got to stand there all day, every day for decades now like this? No, you were in there, you tapped into everything, you walked away. So if it looked like that, what would be the big whoop? How would you get 30 million one-ton bags if it looked like that? If it looked like that, what are those workers doing there? Why are they there? Yeah? This is the official picture of the interior of that building. And the top part of that building is the fuel pool. That's the official picture. Yeah, they picked up 30 million bags. 30 million bags came out of these 4 buildings. Picked up 30 million bags, but look at the roof, look at the ceiling. And so we harp on that a lot the last couple of months. We bang away at this because that's the law. That's the law you're stuck with, and that's the law you got to break. That's the paradigm you got to come out and crash and burn and smash. These are dead people walking. But allegedly inside of a building that don't exist is that. And the people, your husband or your wife or your son or your daughter or your friends or your neighbors or your business associate or academics or work in the media or work for the government, you should throttle them right now. Knock them the fuck out. Get a big bag of cement and get rid of them. If everybody done that, we wouldn't have any issues. These people are fucking hideous monsters. The best thing could happen to this planet is that we have a night of the long knives and we exterminate all of them. All the academics, all the journalists, fuck them. You can't trust them. They won't speak out. They won't condemn the lies. Then they're part of the crime, right? Nobody's holding a gun to their head to be silent. They're doing it to themselves. See, the buildings are fucking destroyed. They're destroyed. Is that not destroyed? Is that not the definition of fucking destroyed? But yet, they're allowed to come out and lie to you, tell you like that. But it's completely destroyed. But it's acceptable to lie, even though it's completely destroyed. But if I come out and tell the truth, it's okay to demonize me and arrest me and smear me or anybody like me. But it's okay to come out and tell everybody it's a lie because what? Your job depends upon it? Because you're somehow better than me and everybody else put together? Because you're entitled to that paycheck to lie to us, to tell us it's like that? It's official pictures, both of these. It's your job that if you know these people working in the media that lied and said it's like a banana or a potato chip or academics, it's your job to make their life fucking miserable every day from here on out. It's your job every day to remind them they're scumbags and that you know that. If you're their friend or their brother or their mother or their aunt or their uncle or their nephew or their nieces or their cousins or their fucking little inbreeds, it's your job to come out and tell the academics that have manipulated this planet that you're onto them. You know they're evil. You got to do it for the Japanese and you got to do it for the 8 million species on the planet so they can be consoled as they're exterminated by a handful of corporations. See, 30 million bags means there's something fucking wrong, yeah? They send in the homeless and the destitute because there's something fucking wrong. The buildings look like that because there's something wrong. The fuel pools are in the red. The reactor core goes right up the center of the building. It's fucking gone. And so people that tell you that it's not, it's okay to bash them, smash them. It's okay to rip their fucking head off their shoulders. Like, just verbally. I'm not saying go physically fucking hurt somebody. But you gotta tear them apart. You gotta fucking call them misery, lying sacks of shit and whatever you want. It's okay to call these people scumbags. It's okay to fucking protest in front of their homes, their businesses. It's okay to rout evil out. Because it's better than what's going to happen in the future. In the future, they're just going to catch them and set them on fucking fire in the streets. And the future is coming at us real quick. We got to shame them. We got to shame them. They're living in big, beautiful homes. We got to go after them in their homes and protest in front of their homes so all their neighbors know these are fucking monsters. No matter what country you're in. If you know a nuclear scientist where they work, you should be down there protesting that these are lying mass murder and sacks of shit. You gotta bring it to them. It's Reactor 4. That's what's left of it to the left. That's what it looks like, but there's no damage. Right? Say that to my face, not get a fuck out. That's Reactor 3, yeah, but there's no damage. Right? According to all the media. Your fucking media. Your low-life media in your community. Your low-life fucking radio stations. Your low-life fucking TV land. Your low-life fucking lapdogs in your local government offices are all telling you, shut up, don't worry about it, because they got a memo. The universities, right, all of them should be burnt to the fucking ground. We don't need them. There's no integrity, there's no honor in our universities. We'd be better razzing them. We don't need them. They're just fucking tools to destroy us. They've done it to themselves. They gotta go. It's us or them. They won't give up the lie. They won't stop fucking manipulating you. They won't give you a chance. They won't give the 8 million species a chance. Once they kill me, you'll see. You see, I'm right. You'll see I was right. You look back and you say, Dana was right. They had to kill him because they couldn't live with the truth. I don't give a fuck. We ain't got no choice. We gotta go to bat. We gotta go to war against these fucking creatures. The red's where everybody died. The yellow's everybody missed. And that's the same spot where the power plants are. They all died and the yellow were missing because that's what it's like for 400 kilometers. And the reactors were 190 foot high. 190 foot high. 190 foot high. 190 foot high. That's Reactor 3 over to your left. This is only an 80-foot story building to give you some comparison. We'll jack it up. 130-foot story. The buildings blew up. And that's why they looked like that. And so all the scientists and journalists and academics, your university professors, all of them fucking know this. Every one of them is out there lying to you right now in the media or on YouTube or wherever. They know what I'm saying is true. They know I'm not the bad person. You know I'm actually that last hope the planet really truly has for anything lethargic to show up. And you know I'm rough because they made me that way. I'm bitter because the attacks I've been under, the siege, the bankrupting me, all of this has made me bitter. Hasn't driven me away because we're going to lose the fucking planet if we don't get it together. And we went from, I'll fix it. We went from this little tiny awakening to this whole planet right now is starting to wake up. And so we don't have the time to take, how would you put it, to be nice and polite and everything anymore. There's an urgency now because the planet is waking up and is waking up in the wrong way. And so that means everybody loses. And that means you're going to see, like, the stuff I say is nothing. It's nothing compared to what people are actually saying out there. But the stuff I say is correct. We got to get rid of these people by force. They won't give it up. They've seized the power structure itself. And they will take the entire planet with them rather than face the humiliation and the blowback for what they've got done. Their only sanctuary are their homes and their businesses. Their whole world revolves around those two places. That's where they go to get away from the things they do and to do the things they do. But that's their shelter. That's where they feel safe. We got to take that away from them. Like they've done it to me. Like I don't feel safe where I'm to. I don't feel safe anymore. I've been publicly ostracized. And they've cost, tens of thousands of dollars in expenses. 15 hotels, 15 ferries on top of that. And they've bankrupted everybody that ever went up against them. But we're different. You can bankrupt me, but you can't stop me. You can beat the shit out of me, but you can't defeat me. You can smear me and try to humiliate me, but you still can't stop me. You can't stop me because I'm honest, I'm factual, and I understand the urgency that we have to win. We can't lose. If we lose, everybody loses and the 8 million species lose. If we win, the chicken necks will get barbecued in the streets and hung by their necks and ostracized and vilified. And that's the best we can hope for. The best we can hope for is their families and friends and loved ones find out what they're doing and destroy them, rat them out, come out and speak out and publicly humiliate them, take away their sanctuary, like they've done to me. Because it's a very effective thing to do, right? Come out and humiliated me right across Canada. But see, we got the death of the Pacific Ocean. We can't just, can't win them all type kind of day. You got to go out and you got to win them all. You got to win it every time. Chernobyl, you'll be putting sarcophagus over Chernobyl for the next 3,000 years that we know of. You can't do it at number 3. So 130-foot building, 190-foot building. You can kind of see what's going on here. So the 190-foot reactor to your left over there, the core goes straight up the center, yeah? Well, there's no center, and the core is gone. See? See how that works? No center, and the core is gone. Right? There's no reactor core in the building. There's no fuel pool in the building. So they were faking it because...
Old TEPCO video. And Tokyo Electric had gone into the Unit 3 fuel pool just once.
Now, Unit 3 fuel pool is right there. You can't go in there ever, under any circumstances. It doesn't even exist. But Arnie used to make the assemblies for the fuel pool, so he knows you can't go into the Unit 3 fuel pool. And so yet he's still up in the media, and the media loves him. He's still all over YouTube, and all the PR firms are plugging him. He's still showing up over at E News, because there's thousands of other nuclear scientists on the planet, and they're not worthy, only Arnie, for some reason. But Unit 3 is not there. The fuel pool is not there. And that's the fuel pool he's talking about up in the top corner. He's never come out and debunked this picture behind me and say it don't exist in number 4. Do you think he's going to do it for number 3, right behind me? No. He just said
old TEPCO video. And Tokyo Electric had gone into the Unit 3 fuel pool just once. You remember that Unit
TEPCO. See, TEPCO not going in there, you batshit nasty fucker. And you know it. He was sending people in the 3 Mile Island would die 3 minutes later. Ernie Gunnarsson. And they would incinerate the bodies and dump them in the fucking ocean for all we know. But he was sending people in for 3 minutes. That means they died. See? That's how that works. That's Unit 3 over there he's talking about. People sent them into the fuel pool up in the top corner that don't exist. Helen Callicott's out there doing it all the time. Same routine. Helen Callicott's out there doing it. Telling you, Unit 3 got a fuel pool.
And especially Building 3 is very fragile. It's still got a huge cooling pool on its roof, protected by nothing.
Yeah, where? There's no roof and there's no fuel pool. It's totally fucking destroyed. See? Right, that's how that works, right? You keep sending out the exact same lawyers, and that's the only options you got. And they refer to each other all the time. And what they do is they come out and lie to you, manipulate you, deceive you, and ultimately kill you, your hopes, your futures, your dreams, and everything you covet is destroyed because you put up with their nonsense. You don't hold them accountable. You won't stand your ground. So that fuel pool is inside this destroyed building? Really? Really? No. See? The building to your right is what's left. And 100 feet up in the air is that fuel pool is actually about 160 feet in the air. The tops of the pool are 100 feet up. The top of the reactor where people are up there, that's another 50 feet above the pool or something, right? It's all gone, man. It's all gone. You have to be pretty stupid not to understand that that is all gone. Therefore, you would have to come out and denounce Caldecott. Therefore, you would have to come out and denounce Ernie Gunnarsson. Right? Because it's not there. It's just not there. No matter how you try to spin it, it's nowhere to be found. You can't remove rods from a building that don't exist.
And the tops of these pools are 100 feet above ground.
And because of all the issues I had in the last couple of days, Tony cut up to me last night or this morning, and now I can't get anything to fucking work. Even my other computer's fucked up this morning. I rebooted it and finally got control of it again, but, well. I guess with the anniversary coming up, maybe they're gone crazy or something. Who fucking knows? Now, I got no idea what this is. It should be like a snowman or... There you go. Right, and... So it's like these fantasies. People can live in that fantasy for some reason. And so they can have all these fantasies, but they can't deal. You can't get it out of the way, guys. Fucking hogging the camera. It's a camera. Haven't you seen a camera before? You're from space, for Christ's sakes. Jesus. Even the aliens haven't seen a camera. We're doomed. 190-foot building, 190-foot building. I can't tell the difference. Can you tell the difference? No, I can't. It definitely would. I can't. I can't tell the difference. Dana, can you tell the difference? I can't tell the difference. It both look 190 feet high to me, Dana. I'm pretty sure if you start climbing around, Dana, you're gonna find a fucking fuel pole. Right there, Dana, in the building. Can't you see it? Jesus, Caldecott said it was there. Dana calling her a liar. Caldecott, why would she lie? Dana, she's Helen Caldecott. Ernie Gunnarsson used to make those assemblies. He's not going to lie. It's right there, Dana. You're fucking blind. You can't see the fuel pool. These are two official pictures of the fuel pool in the building. They're official. Dina photoshopped him. Somebody's out there saying that right now. You know they are. I know, honey. Dana photoshopped that. Don't believe him. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the way it works, isn't it? Yeah, I hear you. Good morning, everybody. Look up Fukushima. Okay. Look up HARP. Look up fucking Fukushima. What are you bawling about HARP for? You haven't been looking at what I've been showing you for the last fucking hour? Why would you say look up HARP when you're looking at that? What planet are you from? Oh, don't give me the Jim Stone shit. We already covered it. It's total fake. It was total fake what he's doing. It's meant to distract you, manipulate you. He doesn't show you anything like I showed you. He doesn't show you any of that. Right? Jim Stone doesn't show you. So we call him out. Look through my videos and watch my Jim Stone presentation where I debunk. And so there's a couple of people in the military. He's one of them. And what they're doing is trying to create a divide in the community out there with that nonsense. There's all kinds of other angles like the Stuttnet. They waited for the tsunami to come through. They had the Stuttnet virus. The Stuttnet virus, they had it on batteries, so the tsunami couldn't take the power away. There's all these fucking things they make up, right? And at the right second, just as the tsunami was going to hit the plant, they were watching it from a satellite and a drone feed. They pushed a button and blew it up because it can't blow up on its own. This is the story. And that was meant because people were saying, well, fuck, I didn't know a reactor could blow up. And so they were trying to debunk that a reactor could blow up by claiming there was a Stuttnet virus and that the tsunami and the earthquake wasn't real, that they were manufactured. Like over-the-top stuff, way out of control, with no way to back it up. Just a fantastic story that's useful for dividing the community. Just like Arnie Gunnarson's useful for dividing the community by saying there's a fucking fuel pool. Just like Christopher Busby is useful, and this fucking little shithead down in the right-hand corner, Shaw McGee, who's now hooked up with nuclear puke seed, who says 100 gallons a day is leaking into the ocean, and you're not going to hold him accountable? You're not going to make Earth's last stand? You're going to sit there and let the machine and the lawyers manipulate everybody because you're incapable of doing a moral or ethical thing and saying, Dana probably got a point. It's easier to hate on Dana if you're anti-human and anti-life. It's easy. But if you're a normal person, it's impossible to hate on someone like me when all I do is bring you the documentation. These people are fucking dead. They died. You don't get that close to it without dying. That's how that works. Gamma shine, X-rays, neutrons. And then in the communities far, far away from the damage was all this radioactive fallout. And so that makes the nuclear industry look really bad. And so they just pick up these bags, and now they're going to move everybody back in and bring in the Olympics so they can make a whole bunch of cash and pretend that it's all normal. But there's nothing normal ever again. We have destroyed the world by doing what we've done. We have wrecked the planet by doing this. And they're going to try to normalize it until we run into the end and just pretend it didn't happen because they're incompetent. Because you're useless fucking inbreeds who think, well, I don't know what to do, so I'm just going to spend all the government's taxpayers' money and pretend it didn't happen. Rather than reach out to the world and say, hey, we had an event. We need everybody to help us. This is serious. It's not a game. Look, if you had a meteorite and it was coming towards your country, you would reach out to all the other countries to try to help you. And they would. And they would do this for you here too, but you won't. because you have to admit you killed 1 million homeless and destitute and immigrants because your scientists are cowards and are spineless cowards in your media. Your university is completely full of spineless fucking parasites. All universities are an abomination now. That's what the nuclear has done to us. They have destroyed the entire cohesiveness of our communities. In 70 years, they have fucked the entire planet permanently. They've destroyed the entire ecosystem. 70 years of telling you it was like a banana and a potato chip and walking in the sunshine and getting on an airplane. 70 years of manipulating you, and anybody that calls them out is brutally ostracized and victimized. Anybody calls them out is immediately set up on. Nobody is coveted for in the media for speaking out against anything. Certainly not nuclear. And so all nuclear scientists and academics and journalists that talk about it are abusive by nature people. They gravitated towards this industry because it's abusive by nature. They know that, and that's where they're comfortable being abusive. Right? And that's why all nuclear scientists are going to be extinct in the near future. There's going to be no mercy for them because they have showed none for us or for the other 8 million species on this planet. They don't care about me or you or themselves. They truly want to kill you. They truly hate your guts. They truly despise you. When they see you walking down the road, they have nothing but contempt. When they see you anywhere in a mall, if they see you in your school, they have nothing but contempt for you. Unless they think they can mold you into being a despicable monster like them. Your journalists officially now are monsters. Even if they come out now and tell the truth, they're still going to be monsters forever. They can't change what they've done to us. They didn't speak out, is what I mean by that. Your professors didn't speak out. Your academics didn't speak out. Your government, who you endowed with the authority, the monetary, the equipment, the training, whatever they wanted on the drop of a hat to warn you when something like that happened, abrogated those responsibilities immediately and become the arbiters of misery. We are not bad people for fighting for your freedom. I'm not a bad person for fighting for our future. I'm not a bad person for calling these people monsters and off with their fucking heads connotations. I'm your conscience. I'm your hopes. I'm your dreams, all mashed into one. I'm the person that you want to be, that's willing to go toe to toe, nose to nose, day in, day out. I'm willing to take what they throw at me. It bounces off me. Nothing sticks to me. I'm the real deal. I'm put here to do this job, and I excel at it. I relish it. I thrive in this environment. I am at peace in this hell. This is where I was made to perform. This is the grease of my wisdom. It is the path that is destined for me long before I entered this world. It was predisposition to despise the bullies and the thugs of society. It took a long time to understand that I am what I am because I was destined to go up against the viciousness and the soulless and the spineless, the maniacal industry that knows no bounds of misery. It knows no bounds of restraint. It will bring hell to you as it would bring water to a flower. It sees no difference. It doesn't understand there actually is a difference. It doesn't understand. It only covets the misery that it creates and leaves behind. And that's why they never show remorse. It truly is. Hugs for everybody. Don't forget, Dan, I do love you. I do treasure you. You are special. You are important. They might not think that. I happen to know it. Hugs for everybody. Take care, folks.